All right, Capricorns. This looks like a lovely, lovely reading for you. We have the King of Pentacles for you. So this is you. Okay, this is you in completely holding your power, completely content with who you are and where you are in life. Okay, you're very happy with where you are in your life right now in terms of stability and material belongings financially. You're happy with your work, and basically you have everything in your life that you want, and you're ready to bring love into your life. Okay? Now, if you're in a committed bond, you're very content. You're happy with everything, with where your life is, where your love life is. Okay, so this is coming from May. Now, in your primary position, we have the Seven of Cups. And I'm seeing some cups here in your reading. And so there is a new love or a renewal of love. Okay, even if you're in a committed bond, this is in your future position and they are feeling very happy about you. All right, so if you're dating, you have a lot of choices. If you're in a committed bond, you still have a lot of choices with respect to, your life in general, things that you can do together, bringing friends and family in, spending time, just a lot of activities going, a lot of choices for activities if you're in a committed bond. Okay, I'm not seeing anywhere here that if you're just dating, you are probably most likely going to be meeting somebody that is a water sign, and it's going to be very promising. Okay, so if you are just dating, or if you just started a new relationship, you still have a lot of choices on the table. Okay, you may know a few people, be getting to know a few people, and there's choices. So this card really has two meanings. It can mean, one, that there are a lot of options that you're trying to choose from, and two, you're not ready to make a choice yet. You're kind of waiting. You're looking up into the sky, or you're waiting for some signal or some sign from one of these options that you have to let you know that they're the right choice. Okay, so it's kind of a holding pattern for you, and I see that also here because we have the Hanged Man. So if you're not really ready to make a choice just yet, just now, and you'll be very happy with it, and it will be because of your communication towards them. All right. Now, if you're not dating a lot of people, but you're open to meeting somebody, there's a lot of options. You're going to be out and about. You could meet somebody at work, although it's not really seeming that you're going to be meeting somebody at work. It actually seems like you're going to be meeting somebody in a gathering. You may be attending a wedding. You may be attending festivities with friends. And it's at that place where there will be options and where you will potentially meet somebody. Okay, it doesn't mean you're going to be running away with them and falling in love and it's a brand new romance and that's it. You meet them and that's it. You're done. You've met the person of your dreams. It doesn't mean that at all, but it means that through activities and through celebrations, maybe attending a wedding, maybe going out and attending a barbecue or a party or something with friends, you will have options, and it seems like somebody will be kind of stepping forward in your mind, and you'll be very excited to move forward with them. At least start dating them and get to know them better. Okay? You may also be the one that is getting married, all right, or attending your own wedding. That's a possibility too with this card, the Four of Wands. And I love this card because this card, for you specifically, it means very directed action. And you're like that anyway, Capricorns, because you are so grounded. Everything you do in life with respect to relationships and work and activities, everything you do in life has a directed purpose for you. You spend a lot of time and effort planning, and then when you're ready to execute, you do so. You spend a lot of time setting yourself up so when you are ready to make the right move, you can without any hesitation. So this is very much a card of you stepping into your power, which you are, and actually making moves, making decisions, making moves, and moving forward. Okay? Swift action, directed action. That's the grounding, ready to make a move, being confident in your choices. Okay? Not 100% confident though, because you're still holding back a little bit. Now this is a card of trials. This is a card of discretion, so thinking clearly before you act. It's a card of also divination and prophecy. And so as you're watching a situation or getting involved in a situation, you're not just going to kind of jump in with both feet. You're going to actually be very, not skeptical by any means, but you're going to be you're going to choose to not fully move forward until you have the signals and the signs from yourself and from the other person that you are ready. Okay, so you're holding back a little bit. And that is what tells me that I feel that you are just meeting somebody, or if you're in a committed, established bond or marriage, you may have had little hiccups here and there, but everything's kind of coming back together, but you're not still just jumping in with full feet and trust just yet. You're kind of watching and waiting. You're ready, you're prepared, you're wanting to move forward, but you're doing so with a little bit of hesitation and analysis. Okay, waiting for the right signs, waiting for the right moments to say something, to do something, to act. Right? That's what's crowning your June. Now in your near future, we have the King of Cups. Right? This is a very mature, emotionally stable person. All right? Most likely a water sign, or they have a lot of water energies in their natal chart. The King of Cups is extremely intelligent in terms of science and law. He's very creative. He or she is very creative, very caring. Water energies they're known as the humanitarians of the zodiac, and they really truly care about people and humans. And what's interesting is, yes, they will care about you, but not so much in terms of because you're their significant other. Yes, that goes without saying, but they actually genuinely care about human beings and their welfare. They want human beings and they want the human race to be happy. They genuinely care, and they genuinely will put forth effort into assisting, right, and helping in any way that they can. They take a lot of pride in that, and they do it well because they genuinely do care. So this is a very warm and caring person that you're meeting. And you know, if you're actually coming from May and you're ready to meet somebody, this is the type of person that you're going to want to meet anyway. They're very trustworthy, very loyal, honest, and caring. Okay, very warm. So this is in your near future. And this is why I say, if you're not getting married, I feel like this is a newer relationship, or about to be a new relationship, because you've met here, you've come from a place of choices, strong personality, but then there's lots of communication going on. Because how you are viewing the situation and how you are viewing them is with swift action and a lot of communication. This is you, and these wands are directed at this, which is their view on the position, on the situation, on the relationship. So you're communicating with them. Your actions are directed at them. And they really like it, okay? They can be, water signs can be a little bit passive in terms of relationships, and it's because they want to feel and you can too, actually, Capricorns, because with the emotions at stake and with your heart on the line, you know, you're a little hesitant to jump in with both feet. Now they can fall in love very quickly and they're very intuitive. Water energies are very intuitive, so they can sense you're a good person, they can sense your energy, and they can really pick up and read about situations and where the relationship is going, and they can really quickly read and feel your intentions. That is why they're feeling completely overjoyed with you and with the relationship. Even if it's brand new, they will feel very much in love and fall head over heels, because one, because you're giving them attention, and two, they can sense that you're prepared and that you're actually ready to form a real relationship. Okay? And that makes them feel very loved and very, very whole. So keep up this communication. If it's somebody you've just met, keep up the communication. Don't be afraid. Don't hang back here too much. You're ready, right? You're ready and prepared to take action. And it looks like you actually will be doing so. And they will feel very loved and connected to you because of that. in a good way, not a crazy way where they're like overly attached. Not in that way at all. You, through your attention that you're giving to them, they will feel very loved. Okay, and they will really very much appreciate your energy and your efforts in moving things forward. Okay, even if you are not ready to show your emotions just yet, especially if it's new, it's okay. Just keep it going, keep the relationship, keep the communication going, because they are really enjoying you and they're really enjoying the communication and your efforts. Okay, and they're respecting you for the efforts. All right. If you're in a marriage, this is beautiful still. I mean, even if you had a little tiny hiccup, I mean, there's a renewal of love here, and it's coming from your connection, you being out doing activities, but it's also coming from your efforts and communication. So even if you're in a long-term marriage, you're going to be very communicative and very action-oriented, and they will feel very loved because of that. Okay. I'm not sensing too much, though. Well, okay, let's say, I was going to say I'm not sensing that this is a long-term relationship, but obviously some of you do have marriages and long-term relationships, and so there is a sense of renewal, okay, or a fresh start, or a new start with somebody new, okay, because in your hopes and fears position here we have the Fool, and the Fool is the card of new beginnings, okay, it's the very last card in the major arcana, and so it is the card just before you start a whole new phase with somebody, or regarding your love life, a whole new phase, a whole new cycle. So you're kind of stepping out into uncharted territories, maybe deepening a connection, deepening a commitment, a bond, and you're ready to start actually manifesting something that is whole and something that is real and solid, right? And you're very excited about it, very joyful, very excited, and you're actually almost thriving off of this sense of unknown. You Capricorns may be a little fearful for that sense of unknown, but at the same time, because you're Earth energy and you're so practical and grounded, you will definitely be putting forth a lot of effort into making it not unknown. Okay, you're as prepared as you can be for whatever is around the next corner. Okay, you don't necessarily thrive off of this unknown energy, but you are prepared for it. And you've taken the steps to make sure that whatever surprises are around the corner, that at least on your side, you're 100% prepared. Okay. So in your hopes and your fears, a little bit afraid of the unknown, but also very excited and hopeful for the future. And Capricorn, there's a strong sense of carnal energy here. Okay. The Devil card can be a negative card. However, in this reading with these cards, it's actually a beautiful card because there's a newness, there's a freshness, and there's a wholeness to your relationship. And this I'm really much likely or mostly reading as sexual chemistry. All right, there is going to be a lot of passion in the month for you. This is the outcome of your reading. So as everything progresses, there's going to be a lot of passionate exchanges between you two. Even if it's just communication in words, it's going to be deep understanding, it's going to be very passionate, and you're both going to hold it very dear to your heart. Okay? This was a very good reading, Capricorns, for you. Alright, let's look at the Oracle cards. Spirit and Universe, what are the overall messages and advice that you have for Capricorns? The overall advice and overall message, specifically related to this reading. Alright, Capricorns, this card is called the Pook. Shape changer, good in bad, bad in good, paradox and resolution. He says it is time for the resolution of seeming contradictions and paradoxes in this situation. Someone or some part of the situation is cloaked in confusion, and our muddled thoughts must be stripped away, revealing truth. We just need to think about it. The information we needed is now available to us. And as soon as we have that burst of insight to get it, it's time for us to make changes based on our newly clear understanding. Alternatively, it may be time for us to make a reality check on the good and bad labels that we put on things. Make a list of the good, possibly even surprising things about the situation, and another list of the bad ones. If you are not in the habit of seeing the good in the bad and the bad in the good, having preferred a black and white world rather than one with colors, you may need some help in learning to do this as well. So as you get to know this person, Capricorn, as your commitment deepens, stay positive. All right, don't get caught up in little negative things, although I'm not really seeing in this reading at all that you're going to be. I think there's an excitement, there's a freshness, there's deep connection and love, and a fresh start if you're coming from a place of a committed bond and you've had some hiccups. All right, and you are actually the one wanting to take this forward and making the effort, and it's being very much respected and fulfilled. You know, they're feeling very fulfilled because of that. All right. All right, Capricorns, well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye.